Imagine waking up tomorrow knowing you could breeze through that Spanish app lesson in half the time, or finally crack the code on that programming language you've been putting off. You've been stuck in the endless loop of learn, forget, repeat, and it's draining your confidence. But what if I told you your brain is perfectly wired to learn at warp speed? No fluff, no burnout, just a handful of science-backed tweaks that flip the switch from meh to mastered. Stick around because in the next few minutes, you'll discover simple, science-backed strategies that turn your study sessions into power engines of learning. You've probably heard about the importance of goal setting, but how often do you actually pause before diving into a chapter and zero in on the exact nugget you need? Close your eyes for 90 seconds and imagine yourself explaining today's lesson to your best friend, picturing the look of surprise when they realize you've nailed it. Scientists at the University of California found that students who visualized their learning goals before studying improved retention by up to 38% compared to those who didn't. That means this tiny mental warm-up turbocharges your focus and primes your brain to hunt for the most relevant information. No more wandering through paragraphs like a lost tourist. Now, forget about cramming for marathon study sessions. Your brain is brilliant but fragile, endurance is overrated, and hyperfocus is the real game changer. Try working in razor-sharp 20-minute sprints, then give yourself a genuine break. Stand up, stretch your arms toward the ceiling, or gaze out the window without your phone for a full 5 minutes. Research from the Drogium Group shows that people who follow this pattern, 20 minutes of work, 5 minutes of rest, are 50% more productive than those who push through for hours. By resetting your mind with movement and mindful breaks, you refresh your cognitive resources so each sprint feels like a brand new burst of clarity. Here's where it gets fun. Teaching what you've just learned. Grab your phone and record yourself explaining the concept like you're talking to a kindergartner. Embrace the awkward pauses and the stumbles. Those are signposts pointing to exactly where you need more practice. According to a paper in the Journal of Educational Psychology, students who engage in self-explanation after a lesson improve long-term retention by up to 30% compared to those who didn't. When you simplify complex ideas out loud, your brain fights to translate abstract jargon into everyday language, forging deeper neural pathways and making recall effortless. Your body plays a starring role too. Every 45 minutes, take a quick dance break, walk to the kitchen for a glass of water, or even chew a piece of gum. It sounds odd, like something a cartoon character would do, but the act of moving increases blood flow to the brain, sharpening your attention and mood. That little burst of activity resets your brain chemistry, replacing fatigue with focus and preparing you for the next mental workout. Let me share a story. Last month, I was determined to master the basics of guitar. I hit a plateau so frustrating I considered quitting. Then I tested these techniques one by one. I'd spend 90 seconds picturing my fingers effortlessly gliding over the frets. I learned in 20-minute sprints, shaking off tension during each break. I recorded myself explaining chord shapes to an imaginary 5-year-old, and every break I'd hum a tune, sway to the beat, or simply refill my water bottle. Within a week, I went from fumbling through simple chords to confidently strumming my first song, and I hadn't even opened a single cheat sheet. Your mission is simple. Pick one of these strategies tonight and put it to the test. Maybe you start by visualizing your goal, seeing yourself effortlessly ordering coffee in Spanish, or perhaps you commit to the 20-minute sprint and 5-minute recharge cycle. Whatever you choose, do it with curiosity. Track your progress and notice how your brain responds. Within 24 hours, you'll feel the difference. Less mental fog, more aha moments, and a growing sense of mastery that makes learning feel like play instead of punishment. If you're skeptical, good. Simple techniques often get dismissed, but the real beauty of these methods is that complexity is the enemy of execution. When things are straightforward, you actually do them. You build momentum. You transform short-term tricks into lifelong habits. So drop a comment and share which hack you're going to try first. Hit that like button if you're ready to stop wasting time on methods that don't stick, and make sure you subscribe and ring the bell. Your brain isn't an obstacle, it's your greatest ally. Treat it right, give it clear directions, and fuel it with focused bursts of work and play. This isn't magic, it's neuroscience made simple. Now go ahead and unlock that mental superpower you never knew you had.